This is what I think is most likely right now. I think most likely we are going to be pulling back to the golden retrace, which is at 7,500, and remaining on this trend until, of course, we do meet the all-time high level. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson. Today I want to discuss the price of Bitcoin, not only the short term, but where I also see the overall trend being put in the long term, bringing us into what could be the next bull market. So looking at the daily chart, Bitcoin did remain above this upward sloping parabolic support line on the way to 13,800. Once we hit that blow off top, we did find a lower high trajectory, and then we eventually did break below the upward sloping parabolic support line and use it as resistance not only once, but 2 times now. And then we traded into this wedge that everybody has been looking at for the past few days, and we got a little bit of a breakdown. So I'm going to go ahead and map out this support level right here, ranging from $10,800 to $11,100. This is the zone that the bulls do need to hold above in order to break above this downward sloping resistance. So the bullish case right now is actually quite simple. All the bulls really need to do is trade into this range and eventually break above the downward sloping resistance and move above 12,000. And once you get above 12,000, there's really not much stopping you up to about 13,200. So if you can get above that 12,000 level and build support on that level and bounce off the 12,000 level, then likely you get a nice $1,000 move up to about $13,200 to retest some of these highs right here. So if you just look at this range in between $9,100 and $10,800, which is coming in at the bottom of this support range, there's a lot of volatility here, right? So once you get below this area, there's tons of volatility in between $9,100 and $10,800. So for the bearish case, all you'd have to do is break below the $10,800 level, and then again, you'd be entering this range of volatility that we've seen to the left here. If you do that, likely you'd get a bounce off the $10,000 psychological level and eventually retest our local lows here at about $9,100, which could be putting us in what could be a descending triangle. So in the short term, this is what I see as the most likely scenario right now, which would be holding below this downward sloping resistance, putting us in what could be a descending triangle. And again, for the bullish case, all you really need to do is break above this downward sloping resistance, and likely you'd be headed up towards the $13,000 level once again to retest the highs. But again, I think the downside is more likely. A lot of you guys were asking me, how did I get this parabolic support line to show up on the chart? Guys, I am using CryptoWatch. If you go to the log scale, so if you just go to your chart style, go to log scale, and then take your trend line here and draw from your low to high, or wherever you think the trend is. Once you draw that on a log scale, all you have to do is just drop it back down to linear, and it does give you a curved parabolic line, and that is how I've been mapping out this parabolic trajectory for the past few months now. A lot of you guys have been asking me why I think we're going to pull back to 7,500, which is coming in at the golden retrace right here. A lot of you guys have been asking me why I think we're going to go so low. Guys, in the past, Bitcoin has made these types of corrections routinely. If you look at the past bull markets, this is really nothing new for Bitcoin. We pulled back to the golden retrace repeatedly on all of these parabolic swings, right? So let me just show you guys overall. I think right now Bitcoin is on track to do something like this. This is off the low of the last bull market, and we pushed up along this upward sloping trend line until we broke the all-time highs, and then we came into an extremely parabolic run. This is what I think is most likely right now. I think most likely we are going to be pulling back to the golden retrace, which is at 7,500, and remaining on this trend until, of course, we do meet the all-time high level and break above it, most likely. So, of course, if you just bring out your fib extensions, you go from swing low to swing high, the golden retrace does come in at about 7,200, 7,300. I do think it's going to be front ran a little bit at about $7,500. A lot of people are going to be looking out for the golden retrace, which does come in at about 7,300. I think it's more likely that it gets front ran a little bit in between the 618 and the 50% retrace at about $7,500, which has been my target for the past couple of months now. Right now, we are creating a lower high trajectory at the moment. And just like a lot of these areas here, lower high trajectory, until, of course, we get to the all-time high level. In these parabolic moves as well, lower high trajectories before the breakout. Right now, that is what I think is most likely, a lower high trajectory until we hit the 618 go ahead and retrace and then break out, find another lower high trajectory, break out, and just remain above this upward sloping trend line here until we get to the all-time highs. And of course, once you get to all-time highs, things get a little bit choppy until you break them. So we'll see, you know, once we get to all-time highs, if we get a pullback at that level or a breakout. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you want to sign up for CryptoWatch, which is the platform that I chart and trade with, definitely use my affiliate links below if you want to support the channel. Hit that like button on the way out, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.